here. I know a lot of y'all been like, what the hell is going on? But season 2 is finally here. It's your boy E. Jones, Who Are You Really podcast. We got a special thing that we doing on episode 1. We got part 1 and part 2 with my man George Rivera right here of WarTime Fitness. We are actually in WarTime Fitness right now. And we got my man George. Man, what's going on, bro?
What's up, my G? Yo, glad you got me here on your show, man. Definitely support. Man, you always doing great things, just the beginning, man. And we're gonna just keep, you know what I'm saying? Strive to be the best in whatever we do. So I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, man. So like I said, this is part 1. So basically, part 2 is gonna be a little more in depth with Mr. Rivera. You know what I mean? So we're gonna save that. We got some surprises for part 2 too, but part 1 today, it's just gonna be a little introduction on how we got here. Nothing too crazy, but then getting ready for the main event tonight. So basically, we're in WarTime Fitness. So
yes, sir.
Let's talk a little bit about WarTime Fitness. So I won't get too in it, but on something happened besides COVID in 2019.
Yes.
Could you talk about, you know what I mean? See, you already know where I'm going. Yep. See, I mentioned it, you knew, because that's a monumental time in your life.
Changed my life, changed our family life. It was a tragic situation that happened to my baby sister on my dad's birthday. Mm-hmm. And changed all of us forever. And, you know, me and my sister, you know, our family's close. You know, we got a large family, we close. Everybody is close-knit, and our family, we love each other, you know what I'm saying? Like, we make sure we good, we support each other. You know, our family got, you know, situations, but at the end of the day, we blood, we family. And with Daniela being the youngest one out of our family, you know, and I was the oldest, you know, that just, you didn't expect that. Like, when me and Daryl was growing up, I mean, we was wilding. So, you know, we expected.
And I don't mean to cut you off, but for those who are watching and don't really know,
Mr. brother.
Daniela and Daryl, who are those people to you?
So, Daryl's my younger brother. I'm the oldest of 7 of us, and I'm the oldest of 7. I got 5 sisters, and Daniela was the youngest one, and she passed away 2019. So God
rest her soul. So,
yes.
Mine is, well, besides that, something else happened. You know, I'm giving you a little trivia. I'm seeing if you can, it's a lot you got going on. You know, we're going to talk because he's actually preparing for a fight too. Preparing for a fight.
Yes.
But something else happened. There was an opening of something.
In 2019?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? You got the certificate of membership, but when did this whole thought process?
Oh, yes.
Here we go.
So
here we go.
Yes.
See how I dropped it? You see how I dropped it there? Who are you really?
So that's right.
Who are you really? You know?
Right. So we open up, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why we even did WarTime Fitness. I'm gonna give you the whole 411. So I was boxing. Joe Mallory was my coach.
Joe.
Yes, that's the one who got me
Shout
into,
out Joe.
Got me to boxing.
Yeah.
And my ring name was WarTime because of the building that we lived in the Polo Grounds, was called the Vietnam building. So it was war going in, war going out. We lived in building 4.
I did not know. That's crazy.
In Harlem, New York City. Yeah. And I'm from Harlem, and Macho Camacho is from Spanish. He's from Harlem. And he was Macho Time.
Okay.
Yeah, me and Hector Camacho, his son
Hector Camacho?
me and his son got into a fight in the Boys and Girls Club. That was like 16 years old.
Junior?
Yeah.
Junior was nice with them things. Okay.
Yeah, he know me. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we got to, because of my brother.
Daryl,
yeah. So,
You're always in.
yeah, so, long story short, WarTime, so my ring name was WarTime Fitness, you know, remnants of Macho Time. It was Macho Tommy from Harlem. I was from Building 4 in the Polo Grounds, so we come up with WarTime, because war going in, war coming out. We wasn't from that building. So a week before my sister passed away, we had a conversation. And
who's that?
Daniela. A week before my sister Daniela passed away, we had a real good conversation, and she said some stuff to me. Because when I was, I've been boxing for a minute. I went to the Olympic trials. I was very successful in the amateur. And when I turned pro, it went a little different. I wasn't, both feet in. So long story short, she asked me to get back. Her and my sister Gabriella's my sister, they wanted to see me back in the ring. And they wanted to see me get back into coaching. Because, I was coaching basketball, football, and a couple of young kids that I helped coach won nationals. One of them, Kayvon, I'm trying to get him back in the gym now, Kayvon Robinson. He fought with Shakur Stevenson and all of them, that age group. He actually beat Davis' brother in the amateurs, like 3 times. Little Kayvon, he's from Charlottesville actually, but he moved out to the Stanton area. So long story short, me and Daniela had a conversation. She wanted me to get back in the ring and get back to coaching boxing. So I gave her my word, and she told me something, man, and it stuck with me. She said, you was really good at what you did, but you always had a safety net. And why don't you cut that safety net and believe in what you can do? Because, when I was boxing, I was working a full-time job, coaching. I don't even know how I did it, to be honest with you, because a lot of the fighters that I fight, that's what they did. That's their job. That's that's all they do is box. And I was doing that, coaching, plus raising a family, you know what I'm saying? So when she told me that, cut that safety net, and then a week later, she passed away, it was like, like hindsight, like sometimes conversations, you try to put everything, in pieces perspective. Correct. And so that's why I started WarTime Fitness, and I'm putting both feet in. I ain't doing nothing halfway, no more.
So basically, the whole origin of WarTime is in the spirit of Daniela.
Yes.
Got you.
Real talk.
Got you.
Changed my life. I gave her my word. And where I'm from, your word is your bond.
Your word is your bond.
I gave her my word.
Definitely New York saying.
Yes.
Word is your bond, definitely.
Yep.
So we won't get too much, because we got part 2. So
yes,
we giving y'all a little too much in part 1.
Right.
But we are in WarTime Fitness. So basically, this is the 3rd event, or the 3rd event you've held here in Charlottesville.
Yes, sir.
3rd event.
Third event.
Because this is the 3rd event I've been a part of. The first one, let's talk a little bit about, the maturation process on up to where we are now. So the first one, which was pretty dope, which was, I think, outside
VFW building. Shout out to VFW, Charlottesville, Virginia. Shout out to them.
Let's talk about that. Just we touch on that a little bit. That was we had Sweet Leg, we had Rico Hearns and Montez Tolbert. Me and Boo actually called that fight. We did that fight. That was. I
gotta
dope.
ask you a question on that. I know you interviewed, because I went to JJ's the other day. And this was a 30-minute conversation. I had it a draw. I'm going to be honest. I had it a draw. But everybody said Rico won, Tez. Everybody said Tez. You had a Rico.
I had Tez. Tez came out. Tez came out like crazy.
Right.
The first round and a half.
Right.
And I don't know if it was the adrenaline just going, but the momentum shifted. And Rico got real aggressive. Then Rico started to use not only, his mind, but his body more, you know what I mean? And I think that tired Tez down throughout the fight.
And the jab.
And Tez came less active.
Right.
And most of the time, the active fighter, as you would know, wins the fight.
So it's been a big barbershop debate. And actually, we're going to try to do a rematch. But
we've been trying for 2 years now.
Tez
is not budging. Tez like, I'm done. Yeah, I said I lost. I'm done.
Boxing different, man.
Yeah,
shout out to
Tez
and Rico. Much respect. Not everybody could get in that ring. Yeah. But yes. So we was doing the gloves up and guns down event, because as you know, the gun violence in Charlottesville is getting out of hand and out of control. And we was coming up. We fought first. And then, and that's another thing, because we just had a talk with FYI. We got a group coming up called FYI, and we had a talk with some teens. And when we was coming up, gun violence and gun, when it came to the guns, it was basically for drugs and stuff like that, like drug wars.
Yeah.
Protection
most of the time.
Protection, drug, now they just shooting for words or not even, it's like, we had a situation and we're going, cause this is serious, especially with the gun violence. We had 4 people, 2 of them, they were gonna shoot each other before the gloves up and guns down event. Yeah. And they came here because they wanted to do the gloves up, guns down event, handle it in the ring. That way nobody gets shot, nobody get hurt. And 2 of them, I had them work out together. By the end of the workout, it was miscommunication. A conversation that all they had to do was talk and it wouldn't even came to the guns. Something simple like that. And it's good. And honestly, the last 5 years, in Charlottesville, it's getting crazy. And everybody loses. To be honest with you, when it comes to the gun, everybody loses.
Well, that's why this is so important.
Correct.
You know what I mean? It's because, you grew up in the city, you grew up in New York, you know what I mean? And down here, back when I was growing up, we always had something to do. Well, that was at the Y, the rec, the school, and there's a lot of limited things for the youth to actually do. Now, we got other things, but this is one thing that's out of the norm. It's not boxing. It's not basketball where, it's somewhat expensive, but it's not as expensive like AAU and football and where, it's surrounded where it's like parents are throwing out thousands and thousands of dollars.
A lot of money.
A lot of money where you have, something for the youth. And I commend you, bro.
Thank you.
That, and it's starting off small. I understand that, but
and that was one of the
getting the momentum.
Yes, and people starting to understand that boxing is more than just throwing punches.
Yeah.
And plus, boxing helped me. It's therapeutic. You know what I'm saying?
So how did boxing help you? Before we get into more of part 2 and part 3, we just want to touch on that a little bit.
Okay. So a friend of mine's, Terry Stevenson, he introduced me to Joe Mallory because we was getting into a lot of altercations out here.
When you was down here?
Yes.
Gotcha.
We got into a lot of, because when we moved out here, they say VA's for lovers, but you know what I'm saying? We
New Yorkers have this thing though about them, bro. They got this thing about them.
They said VA was lovers, so me and my brother was getting into a lot of altercations, and a gentleman introduced me to Joe Mallory, and at the time, and this is for part 2, because we're gonna definitely get personal and how boxing helped me, but a lot of it I was misunderstood. You see what I'm saying? And then when you come into boxing, it's no judgment. You know what I'm saying? It's no labeling, because every boxing gym you go to, especially the gym that I was in, with Joe Gym and the gym up in Stanton, you get all types of walks of life, different culture. That's why this gym, you see, is so diverse. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Because no labels, no judgment. Number one, we all got children, we all human. You know what I'm saying? So when you come up in here, I don't label you. I was just like you, misunderstood. So that's why when I work with the youth, they understand, because I understand them, because I was once them. And my goal, and I'm telling you, that's why I'm putting both feet in, is for this generation to be better than me. Learn from my mistakes, you know what I'm saying? Learn from your mistakes, you know what I'm saying? So that way, and I'm big on each one teach one, each one teach one. So when this generation come up, they're gonna be even better and get the next generation better than them. That's why I do what I do. And you right. We started, and I did a lot of stuff out of my own pocket. And that's why I came up with the gloves up and gloves down event, because we getting so many kids, and I don't want to, charge them, because a lot of them, they need help. So I just be doing it out of GP, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I thank everybody that came out to that event, Gloves Up, Guns Down, because we were able to sponsor 10 kids for a whole year. And all them 10 kids that we sponsor, I'm looking in the camera, all of them, A's and B's students now. All of them. And all of them had misunderstanding. They weren't doing good in school. Some of them was fighting. A lot of them, matter of fact, I think like all of them was fighting in school. They don't fight in school. They A and B students now. I got tutors coming. I'm putting both feet in.
That's what's up, man. So that was the first event. So about almost a year later, later, we had another event, which was basically part 2 of Guns Down, Gloves Up. And we had this, they had this at CHS, which was a dope event, man. It was really dope. Could you talk about that a little bit? Because it was an amateur event, but it felt more on the pro level.
Yes.
It really did. It was giving me pro vibes. It got me, well, I'm talking about that, but I'll let him explain.
Yes. This was the first ever USA certified ever boxing event in Charlottesville, Virginia. This has never been done in history. And we hit a grand slam. You was there with the commissioner. They said they want to come back and do more shows out here, and we show how much talent we got in our area. We showed that. We had fighters come from 757, Norfolk, Northern Virginia, DC. We had fighters come from PA. You didn't know you was gonna work that long, because man, we had like 28 fights that
I did not know. George told me 17 fights. I thought 17 was a lot. I was like, okay, whatever. Man, he said, yeah, we got about another 10 fights, and we're gonna add 10 more. 10 more! But we got through it. It was a great experience. It really jogged my interest in boxing even more. So I thank this brother for that opportunity and for future opportunities. But yeah, man, it was a dope experience. It was at Charlottesville High School.
Right in the city.
A lot of people that I talked to was upset after, because they was like, oh, I missed it. And because you know how Charlottesville is sometimes. They just they catch on,
Honestly, and that's my fault, because I got so much going on. Yeah, because like with this pro event, we did this pro event less than a month, to be honest with you. And even with the USA boxing event, it's just that it's so much that go on behind the scenes that people don't know about, that I had to, do, or, make a lot of phone calls actually to create that happen, because boxing is not big in Charlottesville. Like if you think of boxing, we think Norfolk, Northern Virginia, DC. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm going, doing a lot of stuff and going to other shows like Norfolk. We did a big national event, and we brought 3 belts back, and out of 7 fighters we brought down, 5 of them made it to the championships. So that spoke volumes, and that opened the door for us to bring like an amateur event into the Charlottesville area, because we got talent. And I'm telling you right now, man, God willing, as long as I'm here, my word is bond. Watch how many champions we're gonna get out of Charlottesville, Virginia. I'm telling you, or this whole Central.
So
Fluvanna,
perfect,
all that.
Perfect segue. So let's talk about this. So we got part 3. We just talked about 1, 2. Then we got the third. Or is it still going to be? Or is it? We're not calling it Guns Up, Gloves Down. This is actually a professional.
Correct.
So is it just presented by WarTime, or who's behind this?
So Lucky Punch Promotions, real good friend of mine, has been knowing him for 20 years. Fought high level boxing, and we start from the ground up. They starting a promotional company based out here in Virginia, so we starting from the ground up.
Gotcha.
So they coming here and to throw the first pro boxing match since the 80s. The last one I think was like 88 or 87, something like that. And this is the only 4th one. The other ones I think was like in the 50s, 60s. And then, this one is gonna be the first one. So now we all start from the ground up. New in Charlottesville, we're a new, boxing gym, and he's a new promoting company. So now we're gonna build it up. I say 3 to 5 years, we're gonna be throwing shows that's as big as Vegas, DC, because we got the support, and we got a lot of people that can fight in our area. Like, we got talent. You see all the talent that we have in this area. So, and I want to start it from the ground up, so that way is authentic.
Exactly.
Because Norfolk got theirs. You see how big that Norfolk fight was?
It was big.
Gigantic. Since Pernell Whitaker. Great.
Sweet Pea.
Man, I'm telling you,
we're gonna get it. Part 2, we're gonna really get into.
I got a lot of stories with Sweet Pea.
Yeah, we're gonna really get into.
Stories,
you know,
good guy, good man.
But it's one question in part 1 I gotta get. I just gotta know, and I'm gonna touch on it a little more in part 2. But who's your favorite boxer ever?
Sugar Ray Robinson.
Sugar Ray Robinson.
Sugar Ray Robinson.
Why? Just touch on it. You don't have to go deep in and just touch on it right quick. Why?
The greatest boxer ever, the sweet science. Everything he did.
What made him so great in your book?
So special, the reason why he was so special to me is because he created this style. Everything that you see that I'm doing, Sugar Ray Leonard is doing, even Floyd Mayweather's doing. Sugar Ray Robinson did all that. And he from Harlem, by the way, FYI. Sugar Ray from Harlem.
You should have known. You should have known. We couldn't have it no other way.
Yeah, but Sugar Ray Robinson, my greatest fighter. If you want to learn the art of boxing, look at old videos of Sugar Ray Robinson. I think he was undefeated with like 200 amateur fights, and you know his pro record like 180 wins, and Sugar Ray Robinson, the greatest of all time.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. I'll dive more into that and certain fighters that he fought, but we'll get into part 2 of that. But there's one other question before we get into tomorrow's events.
Yes.
What is your all-time greatest boxing fight? Doesn't matter heavyweight, middleweight, lightweight, featherweight, doesn't matter which fight where you said, you know what? And I know that's hard. I know that's, especially with you.
There's so many.
It's so many, but one that really
stands out.
That stands out.
Diego Corrales and Castillo.
Was that the one
when Diego Corrales got back
up? He got knocked down 3 times?
Yes.
He kept getting back up and then he won the fight.
Yes, and he knocked him out.
That was crazy.
Yes.
Oh, I was.
Yes. That one, that just, when you think, for some reason, that one, it's so many though.
Yeah.
But that one, like, every time somebody, that one stands out to me, man, because that man was down, fight was over. 3 knockouts, it could have been a TKO. The referee could have easily. But
Diego was a solid fighter.
Yes.
Diego was a solid fighter. You know what I mean? He overlooked a lot. You know, I thought he fought Floyd pretty tough, even though Floyd hit him with that body shot. And
Floyd, I'm going to tell you, you started some stuff.
No, we going to get it from part 2. Go ahead. No, you can touch on it a little bit. When we start talking about Floyd, we know that's going to.
Right. So Floyd picked that fight at the right time because Diego Corrales
picks all his fights at the right time. He's calculated.
Yeah, he mentally wasn't, because he was going through some stuff with his wife.
Okay.
And he needed the money, so he hurried up and took that fight. Now, focus, but again, he signed up for it, so he had to take it. But that fight to me could have been a lot different during a different time. Floyd's a smart man.
Of course, but you think about every Floyd, before we get him, every Floyd fight has been calculated.
Even with his Judah.
Every fight.
Yes.
He takes it at calculated times, you know what I mean? Whether that's where the fighter's going through something, it's a mental advantage. You know what I mean? It's like, you want me, but I need you to want me when I know.
When I need,
when you're kind of vulnerable, in a sense, I would say, you know. But still a great fighter, still probably the.
Yes. What about yours?
What, greatest fight?
That you, like, live, like, to me, that one, because I watched it live, and it was just, it was crazy. It was definitely a crazy fight. And them ladies that fought this on that Mike Tyson card, that was a good one too.
They was pretty good. Yes. They were really, really good.
Yes. Shout out to Women's Sports and her sports, everything y'all do,
big up to Jess.
Yes, big up to Jessica Carter, man. Ladies, keep doing your thing. Y'all got our support. Y'all gonna definitely keep growing, because everybody's starting to notice what y'all do. Because that, honestly, they saved that card. They saved that card. I'm gonna be honest. That fight.
Did.
Man,
they
saved that. Netflix need to pay them more, because they saved that card. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, we definitely gonna talk about female boxing in part 2, because I want to pick your brain about it a little bit, and I'm gonna save my answer too, because we getting writing it down to part 1. But so tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow's a lot going on tomorrow. What time does everything? We got to weigh in this evening.
Weigh-ins at 4:00. Y'all more than welcome. We get this out on time. More than welcome to come see the pro fighters. See how the basically the press conference is live. We're gonna be doing more of that again. Charlottesville, Central Virginia, we up next. I'm telling you, we got the Javante Davis. We got the Shakur Stevensons out here. We got the Gary Russells out here. We got the I can't even definitely don't forget my guy.
Is Shakur really like that? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Is Shakur really like that? Is he really like that?
Yes. And we got the Keyshawn Davises out here too.
We're gonna talk about that.
Shout out to Team Norfolk too. So
big ups to Norfolk, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Big ups to Norfolk. So we got that tomorrow. We got the weigh-in this evening.
This evening, you're gonna see a lot of pro fighters. We got Money Mill from Charlottesville.
Money Mill is from Charlottesville.
Yes.
And guess who else is fighting? Guess who else is on the card? Guess who's else on the card tomorrow night? This guy right here. He's coming out of retirement.
12 years.
Why? Before we wrap it up, we would just want to know why.
Because again, remember I told you I gave my sister my word, and I want to show the youth. I'm not going to ask you to do something that I won't even do.
But they know you've already done it. They've
know
seen
it.
you. They know.
They haven't seen me.
Well, not
They
seen you
heard.
like that, but it's footage.
Right.
There's footage out there of George fighting in the ring on a professional level.
Correct. Yes.
So what made you want to do it like this, though?
I gave my sister my word, and I've been coaching for so much, right? And I keep saying I'm gonna get back in the ring, but life hits. So I said, you know what? When we do this pro fight, we're gonna do it here in Charlottesville, and I have to be a part of that. Not just, behind the scene, but I wanna be involved in there. You know what I'm saying? I already lost like 21 pounds in 3 weeks. Yeah, and I wanna show them I'm not just talking about it. I'm working out just as hard as you guys. I'm doing the roll work. I'm doing the bag work, the mint work, the little, secrets that we do over here to lose that weight pretty good and strong at the same time. Because, I don't want to give out
your secrets, huh?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
look,
yeah.
So you doing all that and you putting all that work in, so does it matter if you win or lose?
I'm going to win.
Does it matter?
I'm going to win. I already won.
Exactly. You already
won.
Oh. Okay, you've already won. Obviously, you're a winner at life, and you're a winner at what you're doing.
Right.
But going into that fight, because you want to come out. But what if you lose? But you're not going to lose, as you said. I will not lose.
You win. That's right. I will not lose. The dude I'm fighting is pretty tough. Young guy, 36-year-old, southpaw. He just stopped this guy, from what I heard, in the second round, his last fight. So, hey. Is all I believe in myself, you know what I'm saying, and I'm going in there, and it's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a good one, yeah.
So I know this gonna open up a Pandora's box, but do southpaws give you a problem? I know you mentioned, as someone who interviews on a regular basis, I listen to my guests, and he mentioned that, So as a boxer, when someone mentions another fighter and they say he's something, that's like, okay, yeah, I know. I got to work on some. So you've had problems with southpaws.
I have problems with southpaws, yes. I fought, so when I did a lot of amateurs, I did well, but every time I fought a southpaw, because everything's the opposite. So I had to learn how to fight against southpaw. And I've been sparring, because my first opponent I was supposed to fight was in Baltimore, but that didn't work out. So we had got this gentleman Monday. I found out I was fighting this guy. And once I found out he was a southpaw, I immediately, because I got like a whole bunch of southpaws in here, I sparred against southpaws just to prepare me, for Saturday. So I got a nice little game plan for that. So,
all right.
But southpaws is definitely, everything's the opposite. They tough.
We can't wait, man. All right, so if you could just give the quick spill, because I know this is part one. We could definitely get into part two. But just about where's the event going to be at? What time is it starting? What time maybe they can expect you in the ring and that type of thing? So
the event's going to be at Monticello High School. Doors open at 6 o'clock. The fights is going to start at 7. We got a young lady from here, from Charlottesville, so Athena. The Russian doll. We're going to get her a nice, good fight for the crowd. She beat you was there.
I was gonna say. I was about to ask you about that. She was.
Yes.
I was there ringside. I'll be there ringside again, but I was there ringside.
Yes.
She's a problem.
She's coming along. She's coming along. So we got Scarface from Street Beefs. He's fighting tomorrow. We got 2 guys from Richmond. That's the fight I want to see. I cannot think of their name. Yes. I cannot think of their name off the rip, but y'all gonna want to see them guys from Richmond fight. They're gonna be good. And we got Money Mills, he's from Charlottesville. We got Elijah, the man in the mirror. He's from the Stanton area. So we got about like 8 fights that's gonna happen. And they all gonna be good. All of them.
I know you're proud. I know you're proud. You know what I mean? And the fight starts doors open at 6.
6 fights, my bad, you're right. Fights, doors open at 6, fights start at 7. We're gonna have 8 pro fights. It should be over before 10 o'clock. I probably won't fight around, I think about 8 o'clock, because I'm probably gonna be like the 3rd or 4th fight, because I wanna hurry up, because I wanna see they got some good fights I wanna see. You know, the pros, we can't be in the crowd. We gotta stay in the room till they call us out. So yeah, I want, it's some fights on there I wanna see. It's gonna be a good show. And you've been there. Yeah. You saw the fights. It's different live.
It's different
Way
live.
different live.
It's a different atmosphere. I can only imagine because the first one, was just like the introduction. It was like, so I can only imagine this one's probably definitely going to be
no headgear,
bigger venue.
Correct. No headgear. No. This is the real deal. Ain't nothing. This is the real deal. You see is we bringing it here in Charlottesville.
You can see it. So, quick, I know you're proud of all your fighters that's fighting tomorrow. Mm-hmm. I know this is hard for you to do, but I know it's a couple of them. I know it's probably one that you are just really I know all your fighters go above and beyond, but that has really been tested and has really been through some things that a lot of other people may not know, that has, really surprised you and really has, that one fight that you look at like, that's fighting tomorrow.
That's fighting tomorrow?
That's fighting tomorrow from WarTime Fitness. That one, but I know all of them are,
right.
But that one that's, just keeps defying the odds and, overcoming obstacles, in their personal life or in boxing.
That's fighting tomorrow.
That's fighting tomorrow.
I got one that's in the gym. I mean, it's a lot of stories.
Oh, you can give me one. You can give me one in the gym then. It don't have to be one fighting tomorrow.
All right. They got this young lady. I'm not gonna give a name or nothing like that. No,
we don't want that.
But they got a young lady that was in our gym, and she had a tough life, and she almost passed away twice. And when she got involved in boxing, just to see her get in the ring and conquer that goal, just to get in the ring, and see a smile on her face, and she's gonna be graduating this year, and the turnaround from, she was getting into a lot of altercations, her grades wasn't good, so just that quick turnaround for within a year, for her getting A's and B's, now for her wanting to become an entrepreneur, and for her to get in the ring and actually get ready to graduate this year and got $1 million smile, just to see that, because I went to go see her in the hospital. Okay. When
things wasn't looking.
No, man, and just to see her smile, she won in life. So, and I'm gonna keep pushing her. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm an old school coach. I'm not one of them. Good job. No. I'm old.
You're gonna let you figure it out.
Correct.
Still being on you.
Yes.
And assertive, but I'm gonna let you figure it out.
Yup. And I'm gonna be there. I go to their schools. Yeah. If I gotta go to their school, I tell them straight up. You embarrassing me because you're better than that. So if I'm gonna go to your school, I'm gonna embarrass you in front of everybody. Straight up. I got high expectations for you. You a leader, you're not a follower. Your grades is number one, because once you get your education, can nobody take that from you? Nobody. So that's why I'm big on schoolwork. I go to the schools, I check on them. I mean, great. And again, a lot of these kids is misunderstood. Because now when we was coming up, when I was coming up, because I'm older than you, I'm 46 young. You know what I'm saying? I'm 46.
He a couple years old.
You know what I'm saying?
He a couple years old.
You know what I'm saying? But when we was coming up, when we fought, like let's say we had a fight in school, we go to the principal office, y'all cool 2 days later. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's just, this generation is different. Like if quick quick to be labeled, or if you curse or you yell, they want to put you on meds.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I don't like that, man. So a lot of these kids, again, we was there. I understand where you coming from. I'm gonna help you to be the best you could be. And like I said, at the end of the day, it's your choices. So if you decide to mess up, that's your choice. Because we giving you too many options for you to succeed. But this young lady, go back, because I know sometimes I go off the subject. But that to me, because there's a lot of stories we had. But right now, this one, that one stands out to me the most, because she about to graduate and her mind frame is different now. Like, she wants to be her own businesswoman. You know what I'm saying? So, Athena too. Athena got a story too. But
Athena, yeah, we're gonna say that part.
Yeah, but I'm gonna wait for her to tell her own story.
I can respect that. Is she gonna be on a future card?
Athena?
The one we're talking about.
No. Right now she's focusing on school.
Okay.
And
boxing is just an outlet.
Correct. They don't
necessarily deal with life on life terms.
Correct. They don't have to compete. They don't have to compete.
And that's what WarTime is about too.
Yes.
You know what I mean? As we, wrap up, part one, and WarTime is basically not just about competing in boxing events and boxing matches. It's sometimes about an outlet to life.
Correct.
Or a better way to deal with life. You know what I mean? Because some people are aggressive.
He a pro, man. I'm telling. Hey, y'all gotta come out here and watch him work tomorrow. Because when he did the amateur event, he rocked it. Yeah, man, this dude is he the truth, man. Let's go.
My man, let's go.
Yes.
So yeah, man. So basically, it's an outlet for a lot of different people. It doesn't always have to be that. So, like he said, I'm gonna be calling the fighters out tomorrow. So definitely, beat us there. Don't meet us there. You know what I mean? This was part one of the Who Are You Really podcast.
Before we go though.
Okay, what you say? Okay.
All right. You know how they got the Let's Get Ready to Rumble?
Okay.
E, you gotta get one.
I gotta get one?
You gotta get your trademark.
I gotta get
start here, E.
All right, Who Are You Really podcast, season 2, episode 1. What we gotta get?
You gotta get it.
I gotta
Let's get ready to rumble. What's yours? What's E
Jones? Because Michael Buffer got his. You know what I mean? Mine gonna be, y'all know what it is. Let's get ready to rumble, baby! Let's go!
Hey, let's go!
Here we go. Y'all know what it is, man.
Let's go! That's it.
That's it, man.
Meet us
there. Don't meet us there. Beat us there tomorrow night, man. You know what I mean? I want to thank this brother here. Part 1. Part 2 is going to be crazy, man. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
And about to tear the city up, man. Who Are You Really podcast. We out.